Okay, I'm a little late getting this week's training vlog out, so before we get into like the main topic of this video, here's all the highlights from this past week of training. So those were all the dives. I know it wasn't as much as the previous couple videos that I've made, and that's because this week, first and foremost, the Big Ten championships were at our pool, so it was like really difficult to get training time. You know, my training times were a lot shorter this week, but that's okay. I still got some good dives in, but the main thing I wanted to talk about this week was how to, handle a rough week of training. There wasn't a lot of diving in this video because I dove horribly this week. I think overall, there were, as you saw in the video, some good dives throughout the week, and especially on Friday, I ended on a better note. But I felt like the first 4 days of the week, I was just really struggling to, get a good hurdle, feel confident in my dives, get a clean entry. I think that was the biggest thing for me is my entries were not clean at all this week. And that's just the fact of the matter. I was really struggling with them. And, a little fortune telling, I'm filming this the week after, and it's already much better this week, so there's a positive outlook at the end of this. But it was a really difficult week for me training-wise because I was having a hard time handling the fact that I wasn't able to get in the water clean on anything, and I figured out what it was, and I've made the adjustments I need to make. So this coming week of training, next video you guys are going to see, we'll have a lot better dives in it, a lot cleaner dives. But yeah, sometimes in this sport, things like that happen where, something as simple as getting a good entry, something I've never really struggled with in the past 17 years of my career, just kind of comes up out of nowhere. And it's a tough thing to handle, especially when you don't know, A, why it's happening in the moment, and B, how to fix it in the moment. And I didn't fix it in the moment during that week of training. It was just kind of rough all around. There were a lot of pieces throughout the week that were good. I did make progress on my hurdles. I did make progress on my reverse 3.5. I did make progress in a lot of areas, but it kind of all felt clouded by this fact that I wasn't able to get any good entries during the week. And unfortunately, that's just kind of the nature of the beast, is some days you're going to be on it and some days you're going to be off of it. And I just had a lot of days last week where I was off of it, but I'm very thankful that Friday was a good day to end on, and I was getting those entries back and I was doing better dives. I mean, I got a great reverse 3.5 on Friday, whereas on, I think Monday was the first one I did, fell off the front of the board, still did the dive, took it to my back. So, there's progress throughout the week. It was a tough week of training. It was tough mentally, it was tough physically, but, as I said earlier, I'm filming this a week after, and this current week has been going a lot better so far. So there's always positives to it. It's just, sometimes you have a rough week. You need to take the weekend to step away from your sport, step away from what you're doing, come back the next week with a fresh mind, fresh body, and just kind of start over. That was the week of training. Again, sorry, not much footage. Hoping for more footage this week now that there's no Big Ten championships this week at our pool. And it's just back to normal, so there's gonna be a lot more diving. I hope you enjoyed this video. Big shout out to all the people who support me on Patreon. Your names will be at the end of the screen, but thank you guys so much for your support. It really does mean the world to me and helps me continue to film these videos and do what I love to do. So be sure to like this video, trying to get to 100 likes on one of these training videos, and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next training vlog, and it's gonna have better diving in it, I promise.